It depends on the stage of the program. If the woman is already pregnant, then you won't be able to change her for another one. But it is possible before signing the contract. We understand that intended parents and surrogate mother should like each other, so the mutual sympathy would contribute to an easy and pleasant flow of the program. Therefore, we always offer the parents to look through the profiles of several candidates and after personal acquaintance to make their final choice. Anyway, here is another situation when a surrogate can be changed. If embryos are transferred to a woman several times but they aren't accepted, we suggest our clients to choose another surrogate. Moreover, this change is free of charge under the Guarantee Program. Yes, they can, but only after childbirth. During the program of surrogate motherhood and pregnancy, travel abroad is prohibited. We are of the view that surrogate mother should always be monitored by our doctors. Yes, they can. During the first months of pregnancy, the surrogate mother lives her usual life. She goes to work, takes care of her children, and regularly visits the clinic. We cannot break into her life and say, "Now we are your guests." Preparation of the visit takes some time. First, we should agree on the date that would be convenient for both potential parents and a surrogate mother. Then we rent an apartment or house near the place where surrogate mother lives. Sometimes you have to see each other in a neutral territory. Why? Firstly, some women live in villages where there is no housing for rent. Secondly, not all surrogate mothers want to make a display of their pregnancy. The appearance of foreign guests may cause questions from neighbors and disturb the surrogate mother. For the organization of unscheduled meetings intended, parents pay extra money. According to the law of Ukraine, foreigners can legally get a birth certificate for a child who was born via program of surrogacy motherhood. Based on this document, parents, with the help of our lawyers, draw up a passport or travel document at the embassy. Having these documents, the family can return home. This is a proven system. We are regular guests in the embassies of Spain, France, Portugal, Italy, Germany, and other countries. Even though such case may happen, its probability is relatively low. Doctors choose the healthiest eggs and the best quality sperm to cultivate the embryo, what greatly increases the chance of a healthy baby being born, but still does not provide a guarantee of it. Almost a 100% guarantee is given by the PGD test, which is the embryo diagnosis for chromosomal abnormalities before it's transferred to the uterus. We recommend conducting this test to all the parents-to-be. If the tests aren't conducted and during the ultrasound it turns out that the fetus is terminally ill, doctors may recommend an abortion. It's terrible, it hurts, but sometimes it is a necessary step to do. It is better to terminate a pregnancy at an early period than to observe the suffering and early death of a baby. In Ukraine, it is allowed to perform abortions up to 12 weeks in ordinary cases and up to the 22nd week of pregnancy for medical reasons. Both parents are responsible for the child, as well as the right to a child belongs to them too. Together or separately, they are obligated to accept the child, register, and make all the necessary documents. If one of the parents does not accept the child, the second one must do so. If the second parent did not show up after the child's birth, their closest relative is to come. Divorce does not relieve any of the parents from the responsibility for the baby or from financial obligations to the agency. Then the responsibility for the unborn child and the fulfillment of obligations under the program are assumed by the second parent. If both parents die during the program, responsibility is transferred to the guardian chosen by the biological parents before signing the contract with the agency. In this situation, the fate of the child will be decided according to the laws of Ukraine. Simply put, the child will be transferred to an orphanage. Yes, you can. Almost all the countries have a law according to which a child has the right to know about their origin. But this does not mean that they are free to find out the woman's name, her address, or other personal data. It is necessary to understand that a surrogate mother has a right to keep anonymity. A child can meet with a surrogate mother only if the parents of the child and the surrogate mother herself have entered into a written agreement. It happens that the parental instinct kicks in late, even when it comes to the women who carried their baby themselves. And there is nothing wrong with that. People need time to realize that they are in a new status now. Psychologists say that maternal and paternal feelings are formed and strengthened when the parents take care of their baby. We've seen how quickly our couples changed. Nowadays, they have in their eyes filled with delight and confusion, and in a week, these feelings will surely transform into pure love and responsibility.